For us, it's performance. We have a very strong SQL workload that we're struggling on several other providers, and it solved that problem for us. We've had it for about 2.5 years. We have not had any downtime with it at all. We had one controller failure in the 2.5 years and was able to have that replaced with zero downtime. We have not had to expand the product yet. We sized it for what we thought was going to be growth for 3 years, and we have not outgrown it yet, so I don't see an issue with it. We've had a very good experience with them, especially on the EF product. They reached out to us when we had the failure, and we had somebody on site within 4 hours. We have not had an issue from a performance or a technical standpoint. We had an issue with some monitoring that we wanted to do, finding the right person within NetApp to help us with that. It was pretty complex for us. We weren't able to use dynamic disk pooling just because we were very concerned about performance. NetApp brought somebody on site for us to help us out, and they recommended against using DDP. So they helped us with the first one. I think we had it configured in about 4 hours. We added another one 6 months later and did that ourselves. If you're not using DDP, it is a little tedious to configure. I've seen the new firmware with the 2800, and they've automated some things that were manual. You know, it was a 4-step process for every volume you wanted to create before, and it looks like they fixed that in a coming firmware, although from what I understand, it will be a little while before it gets to the 550. The support infrastructure and pricing. When we compared it to other all-flash arrays, it was the most cost-effective solution and really the most performant that we looked at. That they know for sure what their performance needs are, that they size it properly to support those needs. Probably an 8. Performance-wise, it's phenomenal. We haven't had to touch it much since we had it up and running. Making configuration changes on the version of firmware that we have is a little bit more difficult than other products.